Hey guys, Ball1025 here playing KSP once again. Right. Today we'll be launching the Galileo satellites. And yeah, I have a cold, so if I sound weird, that would be why. Right, 3, 2, 1. You know, we're doing count checks on the engines, and we are off. Looks like right. Oh really? God damn it, Soyuz. Right, 3, 2, 1. Oh god damn that staging. Three, two, one. And we are off. Soyuz going off like a shot. You know, we throttled back the engines a bit. Also, if any of you are not too familiar with the Soyuz, unlike this version in KSP, the engines at the bottom of the boosters have 4 nozzles, but they're fed by a single turbo pump assembly, so therefore they count as one engine. But those engines cannot gimbal, basically. Again, any of you new to space terms, that means they cannot swivel around. So that's why they have these little engines at the side, called verniers. Sound like they're French, there's or something on the side. And those have a rather large gimbal range, so they can move around rather a lot, which is useful. It is really useful. That looks so awesome. That looks like an X. That's like the X machine logo almost. No. And we have booster separation, and get rid of the throttle limit. We have separation of the fairings, and you can see the 2 satellites, and also the gold structure of toroidal fuel tanks, the frigate upper stage. So continuing our burn to orbit. And as you can see, we are about to run out of fuel in this stage, so we are getting ready. Yep, there she is. So we ditch that stage. It's going to fall back to, in this case, Kerbin. In real life it would be Earth. So we're heading up. So yeah, that indicator shows that the rover body here is overheating. We have a spacecraft flying nearby. Yes, that spacecraft should have decayed long ago. But anyway, this is the upper stage. In real life, it also has a set of verniers and 4 engines. Of course, that was the fairing. It's like the satellites don't take up much of the fairing. However, you know, changing the fairing size changes the complete aerodynamics of the spacecraft. So anyway, we're continuing on our coast phase to our apoapse, well, out of the atmosphere. Then we'll set up a maneuver to circularize our orbit. I'll just do this stage one more than enough. So we'll circularize with this stage. In real life, it would be in real life it was the frigate that circularized, but the frigate, pretty sure, could do this and still get to our target orbit, but I'm not going to risk it. The frigate takes longer to burn. Also, however, might as well make the most of it. Yes, we will need to use the frigate for later on. That shows that we're in orbit, so we're not going to fall back to Kerbin anytime soon. Well, I think we're never going to fall back unless I decide to deorbit these things, which is not likely, to tell you the truth. And so there we go. Also, since this is a dual satellite launch, we have a dispenser here that in real life contains springs. In this case, we use some small clampetron docking ports. And since these are navigation satellites, the Galileo satellites, they are equipped with atomic clocks and some large antennae that you'll see later on. So these suckers will deploy. No. The atomic clock, one of them has a maser, the other, because you know these have nicknames. These two are nicknamed Alba and Oriana. One of them has a maser, which it uses some kind of, I don't even remember. It's complicated. It's really precise but really expensive. The other one uses a more, well, less expensive but less accurate atomic clock. So the frigate, another key feature of the frigate is that it's reignitable. The engines can be ignited up to 20 times. In this particular mission, Profile was only ignited twice, because that's all the burning that was needed to be done. So in this particular plane we will experience night, but in some orbital planes you won't at this altitude. Let's perform a roll. Let this get straight up. And we are about to ignite. Frigate ignition. So frigate will boost our periapsis. So if you go onto map view, you can see our periapsis here rising up. We're circularizing our orbit, then we'll proceed with the jettisoning of the satellites and then their deployment. Yeah, that's as good as dead to us. So this is a long burn because the frigate doesn't have much thrust, but it has quite a lot of delta V, so it is capable of a lot of acceleration. And I'm sorry, I do have a cold, so that might be why. If it's bothering you, that's probably why. Orbital period. 1 hour. Oh, we could have gone higher, but I'm going to stick here for a medium Earth orbit, which is in between low Earth orbit and geosynchronous orbit. So basically we'll still see the planet turn under us. Off time skip. And now, satellite deploy. Are they drifting slightly? You can see one of them is drifted. Apparently the other one said, no, I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna. Oh. Right, so, anyway, switch over to this guy. RCS. Oh, okay then, 2. Oh, yeah. Wait, what then? What? Why isn't it not? Well, we still have monoprop, so. Okay, so... Oh, there she goes. That's the first of the 2 sats deployed. Oh, that's why. Controls are reversed. Wait, this has to be deployed manually. We'll just unlock that. So another thing with this is if I so wish in this particular mod, I can Yep, so that was 2 Galileo satellites. That's the 2 Galileo satellites in orbit. I'm just going to give them a bit of a spin if I get dead. Why did it... Alright, this has yes. Oh, the other one... So... Oh no, the other one just thought I never got it to spin up as fast. No, just slower on there. So anyway, yeah, that was the Galileo satellites. I'm Bot25. Goodbye.